Parents' basement. I drive a 2004 Buick LeSabre, and I'm trying to build a business from $0 to $1 million in 12 months. So far, I picked the agency business model, and I've been reaching out to people in my niche to do some market research. This is day -11. What's up? 9:22. People are still sleeping. I have a meeting with Spencer in about 40 minutes. It's at 10 o'clock. So I'm gonna have to go upstairs and do that meeting or downstairs because everyone on this level is sleeping. I'm gonna eat this leftover pizza and then do that. What's up, bro? How are you?
So I figured out what that was. They're not firecrackers. It's actually garbage trucks. That make those noises. It's just like the slamming of garbage into the bin, I guess.
Okay, cool call with Spencer. I have calls with people on Upwork, the people that want to do business with Karsten. People like the listing that I put on Upwork saying like, hey, I need help building this agency or like managing these accounts. People responded, and I'm asking people if they've worked with pest control. This guy said he worked with a lot of pest control people, and he's willing to do a call right now. So let's just get on a call real quick with him and ask him a couple questions. Do you know on average how many leads people can expect from like your service for pest control? What a nice guy. Okay, so far today in the business, right? I put a post on Facebook, a couple posts on Facebook on different groups, like media buying groups, asking other professionals, hey, do you want to help me with doing Facebook ads or Google ads for pest control? So yeah, I put those posts out. A couple people are reaching out to me, and so hopefully we can get on calls with them, get some more information as to like how much does it cost for each lead on average? How many leads can you expect in a single month for a mid-sized city? So hopefully we can get those questions answered and hopefully get a media buyer on board to help us with the agency. But today we're talking about why everyone copies TikTok, right? Why does Instagram copy TikTok, and why does recently Snapchat copy TikTok? Like, why are people copying TikTok? And I actually have a pretty good answer to this, and it starts with some backstory, okay? I know this room is kind of echoey, but I just wanted to try something different. So here we go. So back in early 2019, there was this special moment in Instagram's history that not a lot of people know about, okay? So here's what happened. I was at the time following like Instagram growth, like how to grow on Instagram, how to grow people's accounts, what works and what doesn't work. And I was following a lot of people in this space, and a lot of people in this space were saying that don't do advertisements on the home feed because that doesn't get as much engagement as Instagram stories. Instagram stories are where the money is made, and that's where like your advertising dollars should be spent. So people were advertising more on Instagram stories than they were on the home feed when you're just scrolling. And there's a reason for this, right? Because Instagram stories are taking up the entire screen, and so all your focus and attention is going on that one thing for that particular time. You're not just scrolling through and you don't see the post above it and the post below it, or there's not really any text. It's just, hey, this is what's happening right now. Here is this one thing. It covers the entire screen, and like this is your story, okay? That's why the posts were so powerful for advertisers on Instagram stories. And all this will kind of link back to TikTok in a minute. You're gonna see how TikTok plays to these strengths in a minute, okay? So Instagram, knowing that the advertisers are spending more dollars on Instagram stories rather than the home feed because the advertisers are figuring out that stories work better, Instagram tries to change their platform for maybe 20 or 30 minutes max, right, for a single day. So one day I wake up, at the time I was running like another Instagram page trying to grow it, and that's why I was following all these people. And so I was always on Instagram trying to like get new posts and then post them. So I go on Instagram, and then there's this new way of using the home screen, and it's not swiping down and just like consuming the home screen anymore or the home feed. It is a new way, which is swiping over, right? Like if it was a story. Swiping or like just tapping, like if it was a story. So you have the normal post, like you have the name up top, you have the body, and then you have the picture or the video, and then you just tap to see the next one, tap to see the next one, just like it was in stories, but it was the home feed, right? And so they show you basically how to use it. They're like, hey, look, this is the new Instagram home feed. Here's how to use it. And then I only see a couple people on like the stories that are like, hey, like, does anyone else have this new update? It's really weird. It's kind of stupid. No one really likes it. So I talked to a couple people that were saying, we don't like this new update. And then literally like 20 minutes later, it goes back. And then, I saw a couple people make videos on it just like as soon as it happened. And it was only live, obviously, like I said, maybe 20, 30 minutes. And then they switched it back. And they said like, oh, it was a bug. It was an accident that we did this. I don't think it was a bug or an accident. I think they tried something and then it didn't work, so then they covered it up with a bug because the people got really bad feedback from it really quick. But they thought that maybe everyone would like it because it's kind of like Instagram stories and everyone loves Instagram stories. And so they tried to make Instagram the home feed just like the stories so that it would be better for the advertisers, because you have one post that's covering the whole screen and like this is the center of attention, this is the center focus, for your home screen at the time, okay? So basically that's the backstory. Now TikTok plays to a whole bunch of things really well. They're what's called an exponential organization, or like they do growth hacking basically. They did really well at growth hacking and becoming an exponential organization and creating a platform that's worth creating on, or a platform that just gives you the freedom to create. TikTok comes in, right? Obviously it used to be Musical.ly and then it turns into TikTok and they get bought out. Like Musical.ly gets bought by this Chinese company who does a lot of like live streaming apps. I think they own like live.me or something, but they own a couple of apps, like social media apps. And so then they do TikTok and they try to optimize this thing as much as possible. Optimize it for growth. And what they do really well is obviously the video. Video is a lot easier to consume than like even photos, because photos, when you're like, let's say for memes, for example, when you have a photo, you have to like read the meme, and then it just takes more brain power to do that thing. And so I would rather watch funny videos rather than funny photos, or look at funny photos, because funny videos, I can just consume what's happening and I don't have to like take up a whole lot of brain power just trying to think about what the heck's happening. I just have to watch and like let it unfold for me. So I don't have to do any work. So it's just easier to consume videos. And 80% of the internet right now is video. Okay, so obviously they play to that strength, which is video. And Instagram knows that how powerful video is, because even they try to play to that strength, or even Facebook tries to play to that strength, which is like trying to get into the video space, because you know how on Instagram now you have like on the explore page you have like the big video boxes, and if you click on one of those boxes it kind of darkens everything else, has that one video available for you, and then you slide to the next video, and then you just kind of get sucked into that trap of like watching video, because they know it works so well. Okay, so TikTok plays to the strengths that Instagram has for the stories, right? Instagram stories. It takes up the entire screen and it's way more engaging. So they make TikToks take up the entire screen, right? And then they make it like you just swipe and you keep going, and there's something more, something else. They make it super easy to share these things. Think of the last time someone shared an Instagram post to you on messages, like someone sent you on iMessage an Instagram post, right? I can't remember the last time that happened. But I know the last time that someone sent me a TikTok on messages was yesterday, because it's just so easy to share, because you just, click share and then you say message. And then when you get the message, like, iMessage has a thing where like the video pops up, and so you can kind of see a preview of it. And they just made it really easy to share. And then if you don't have the Instagram, or if you don't have the TikTok app, you just open it on a different link, and then it says, hey, you should download the TikTok app. So they make it super, super easy to share, like super, super simple, so that it can grow exponentially, so that people don't have to do a lot of work in order to get it out there, I guess. And then on top of that, if you want to save the video, right, if you save a TikTok video and post it on Instagram, it has a TikTok tags on it saying, hey, look, this is a TikTok. And so like that just gives it more advertisement. So it's super easy to share, super easy to save the videos and then share them somewhere else. And then everywhere you go, you just see TikTok. I remember a point in time where like Instagram was just full of like, hey, these are TikToks on Instagram. This is just TikTok. So Instagram was turning into TikTok, but like they were just saving it from TikTok and putting it on Instagram. And so everywhere you would go, you would just see TikTok, but not on TikTok, right? So TikTok plays to the strengths really well, which means they grew super, super quickly. And then on top of that, with the sharing feature, right, you have this thing called social currency. So there's this book I read called Catalyst, and it's about basically how things go viral and things that give you a high arousal emotion, like anger or happiness or joy. They give you a sense of social currency. So social currency are things that, like, I have something that you don't have, that this just makes me look better than you. So let's say there's a restaurant that has like $100 Philly cheesesteak. You're gonna go to that restaurant to buy that Philly cheesesteak, and no other reason, because it's a $100 Philly cheesesteak. And so you look cool, buying that $100 Philly cheesesteak. You and 5 other friends go buy it, and then people ask you, hey, how was that? How was it really good? And you're like, oh yeah, it was the greatest Philly cheesesteak I've ever had. And so you have this social currency of like, hey, I did this thing that you don't have. I have this thing that you don't have. And so that's why we share things with other people, because like, hey, this gave me a high arousal emotion. This made me laugh. And so I'm going to send it to you because you're going to laugh, and then I look better because I'm the one that found that thing. So they play to that strength with the sharing feature, right? Making it super easy to share and creating content. Obviously, the people are creating content with high arousal emotions. So TikTok has the full screen. It's easy to get sucked into it and just stay on it because it's taking up your entire attention, right? There's no extra things popping out at you. And then you have the easy to share button, so that like it just grows super fast, because like anyone can share at any time, and they make it super easy to do so. So the growth, goes exponentially. And then on top of that, they have like the creative feature. So they make it super easy to create things, right? So they have like a video editing feature, and then they have like all these text features, all the different filters that make it, just kind of making things so that other people can create, right? And then on top of that, they have trends and how easy it is to follow a trend, right? Most of the trends that are created through like a sound. You do the sound, and then you follow this trend that's been happening within that sound, and then it's super easy to follow that trend because all you have to do is click the sound, and then you see all the videos with that similar video, right? All these things, they do really, really well. And they just optimize the crap out of this thing. They optimize the crap out of TikTok and make it like the best, the most consumer-worthy platform to be on. And so every time you're spending a minute on TikTok, you're not spending a minute on Instagram or Netflix or Facebook or YouTube or Snapchat, right? So that's why all these other companies have to try to mimic exactly what they're doing, because they know what they're doing is working and what they're doing is not working. They know that if I'm Instagram, I know that TikTok is working really well. They're growing super fast, and I'm not growing nearly as fast as TikTok is. So I have to play to TikTok's strength. I have to basically copy them word for word what they created, so that I can actually have a piece of this pie that, they created this blue ocean strategy. And there was already demand for this, right? There was already demand for short form video content because Vine was out and Vine was super popular. But Vine just didn't do things as well, like Square videos, not as creative, but it was easy to share things. It was easy to find new things. And so, TikTok plays to that strength too. Like, you automatically are just on the feed of finding new things, not looking at other people's things, right? When you go on TikTok, you're not on your following page where you're just looking at the people that you see every day. You're going and finding new things, finding different things that people haven't seen yet, so that you can send it to them and have social currency. Remember that? All these things, they play to really, really well. And so that's why Instagram and Snapchat have to copy TikTok, because it's just a force to be reckoned with, and they cannot ignore it, That is my explanation as to why people are copying TikTok, right? Because it just works so well. And I gave you all the reasons as to why it works so well. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you understand a little bit more about the social game. This is just some stuff that I learned when I was like doing Instagram more often or whatever, and I was learning about the Instagram platform and the TikTok and YouTube. And so now I can see that from like a different perspective that everyone else sees it. They just see like, hey, why is TikTok or why is Instagram and Snapchat copying other people? So yeah, thank you for watching. We're gonna have great videos this week, I hope. We're gonna still be building out the agency. I've got more calls to get on tomorrow, and hopefully we can hire a media buyer. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful for you and like you learned something new. And I'll see you in the next video. Ow.